Alright, now I want to show you how you actually compile the list of phone numbers that we're going to be calling for your lead getting blast. So let's just say that I have found that the best keyword term to use is something like this: carpet cleaning, Dallas. Now, when you did your keyword research um, in the last section, you might have found that it's city name plus your niche. So whatever you find gets the best search results. And then I'm using the local lead maximizer here in the local lead finder tab, and you just click go. And what that's doing is it's getting the results from Google's API and telling you, people in this niche that have um, that have websites or whatever, and it's getting you their phone numbers and all that data. And once it's done, once it's got the 60, you can download this data. So I download this, and let's see, I'll just put it here in this folder here. I'll make a new folder you can see. Save it. Now, so that will give you about 60, and sometimes I find that near the last parts of the last 20 sometimes aren't the best targeted companies. Like WC Janitorial Service, it probably isn't a carpet cleaner. Sarkey's Oriental Rugs, although it has to do with carpet, it's not a carpet cleaner. So I'll show you how we clean up the list in a little bit. Now, I also have the Localizer Leads tool, and I also use this, so I just go same thing, and then click search, and then as you know, that's bringing me up another set of phone numbers. You could use any tool that you have that can get you phone numbers in this city, in this niche. And once you have that list, then you just got to go through the process that I'm going to show you of cleaning up the list. So, all right, so you see, I got a list here. I had to go to another tab for some reason. Was having problems searching in that tab. So I'm just going to check all items and export them, and I'll name this. So just name that file. Now let me show you how we actually go about cleaning these leads up. Alright, so I just opened up the file here where I just downloaded the Excel files, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open both of them. Now what we're wanting to do is make sure we're not doubling up the phone number. So make sure we're not calling a phone number twice. So what we're going to do is I just make the business name column and the phone column as big as you can by just clicking on the little link there, and I just go ahead and I just delete this top row because I can tell what's the name and what's the phone number. So I go over here to this file, and I'm going to get the names of the companies. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back to the other file, and I'm going to paste it right under the bottom there. So I just Apple V, Control V. Now what I'm going to do is I want to go back and get the phone numbers. So I just click on the top one, go down to the very bottom, hold the shift key, click, and then copy, and then go back, click on the top there, right below where all the numbers are, and and I paste. So now I have all the phone numbers connected with all the business names. Now what I want to do is click on the very top here, so this entire column is highlighted, and you're going to arrange the data by ascending order. right? And when it says expand selection, you're going to say sort. And so now you have, if there's any repeats, they're going to be one on top of the other. So you're going to come here to the column A, and you're going to insert a column, right? So you just click it on top and click insert. Alright, so what we're going to do here is in this column, we are going to add a formula, and what this formula is going to do is it's going to tell us if there is a number above the number that is the same. Right? I know that sounds confusing, but it's really not. So what we're going to do is an equals formula. So we're going to equals, and we're going to choose if, right? So most computers or most Excel files will just have the function if. If not, then you could just use the same exact formula that is adds here. So what we want to do is we're going over to the phone numbers column. So D2, if D2 is equal to D1, then true. If not, false. And hit enter. Hit enter. So you'll see the formula is right here, and right now it's false because this number is not the same as the number above it. Now what you want to do is you want to copy this formula, and you want to go all the way down to the very last line here. Hold down the shift key, click on your mouse, and then paste. And what's that doing is that's taking that same formula and pasting it in every single one of the rows all the way up. And then of course the very top one, you just write false. Alright? Hit enter. Now you have trues and false depending on if there are any repeat numbers. Now I click on the very top, so the whole entire column is highlighted, and you copy the entire column, and then you want to paste just the values. So that's just making sure there's no more formulas in this column. It's only the word true or false. And then I'm going to come up here and sort ascending, expand the selection, and now you're left with all the false ones at the very top. And then you come down here, anything that's true, you click on that row there, hold down the shift key, click on the very bottom one, and then delete. And what you're left with is a row of numbers that you're going to be using in your voicemail blast. So what you want to do is compile a list for every single city of the 10 cities that you sent me. So if you gave me 10 cities, so let's say one of them was Dallas, you're going to go through and create a list of as many numbers as you can get in Dallas. You're going to go through your list, and another city was Austin. You're going to want to go through your list and get as many numbers as you can get in Austin. Now, during this trial run, we're trying to send out about 200 blasts in about a 3-day period. So try and keep your list about 70 people. So this one right here is like 71. So or 70, that would be perfect. You also want to go through and clean up your list. So for me, anything with rugs is probably not going to be good. Service Master is like a big name company, so they're probably not going to be good. Maids are not carpet cleaners. So you go through and, once you find one that's no good, then just delete that row. And so we want to have as best a targeted list as possible. And once you have compiled your list, just go ahead and email me the first 2 cities that you would like to do your first blast out to. Alright? Get that to me, and I will talk to you soon. Alright.